Blind recruitment trial to boost gender equality making things worse, study reveals. A measure aimed at boosting female employment in the workforce may actually be making it worse, a major study has found. Leaders of the Australian Public Service will today be told to hit pause on blind recruitment trials, which many believed would increase the number of women in senior positions. Blind recruitment means the recruiters cannot tell the gender of candidates because those details are removed from applications. It is seen as an alternative to gender quotas and has also been embraced by Deloitte, Ernst & Young, Victoria Police and Westpac Bank. In a bid to eliminate sexism, thousands of public servants have been told to pick recruits who have had all mention of their gender and ethnic background stripped from their CVs. The assumption behind the trial is that management will hire more women when they can only consider the professional merits of candidates. Their choices have been monitored by behavioural economists in the Prime Minister's Department, colloquially known as the Nudge Unit. Professor Michael Hiscox, a Harvard academic who oversaw the trial, said he was shocked by the result and has urged caution. We anticipated this would have a positive impact on diversity, making it more likely that female candidates and those from ethnic minorities are selected for the shortlist, he said. The trial found assigning a male name to a candidate made them 3.2% less likely to get a job interview. Adding a woman's name to a CV made the candidate 2.9% more likely to get a foot in the door. We should hit pause and be very cautious about introducing this as a way of improving diversity, as it can have the opposite effect, Professor Hiscox said. Okay, I've heard quite enough of this. Firstly, how fucking funny is that professor's name? Professor Hiscox. I seriously hope that guy's gay. It'd just complete the picture. I'd feel like a certain natural balance had been achieved. And secondly, I know we shouldn't look at it like this, but I can't help but being reminded of that shitty little brother or cousin we all had. You know, when they got to about 4 or 5 years old and they want to play a board game or something with you, and they'd make up their own rules as they go to ensure that they win the game. And if you didn't go along with it, they'd crack the shits and start crying and tell your parents that you fucking hit them or something. Or that fuckwit mate who, during a game of billiards or snooker, would always pull some obscure rule out of his arse that meant he got an extra shot. And he'd say something like, "Oh no, that's international rules," or "No, that's pub rules," or some fucking shit like that. When so-called positive discrimination is applied to recruitment practices to increase female numbers in senior positions, it necessarily means that some men who are more qualified for the job have to miss out. As the article said, adding a woman's name to a CV made the candidate 2.9% more likely to get a job interview that was ultimately secured by the fact that the CV had a woman's name on it. A job interview that under a blind recruiting scenario would simply have gone to the most qualified person. Don't get me wrong, I'm all for women achieving the highest level of success in their chosen careers, but only if it's done through actually achieving the highest level of success in their chosen careers, and not just because vagina. Cheerio.